space. Oops, where am I now? Okay, so let's get this document kind of really fleshed out. So we know that we have 4 pages. If you didn't set up your document to automatically generate 4 pages, you can always go into your Pages panel and you can add more pages. If I just expand this out a bit more, you can see this window in better detail. Okay, so there's my little, I can add as many pages. You notice when I just click I add one, it's always just giving me like the first, that single page, because obviously this is a folded thing, and so that last page is always going to be a single page. I can delete them, I can start deleting. I can also select a whole bunch at the same time, just pressing Shift, and I can delete. I can also do like the little hamburger menu here has an insert. I can take 100, zoom out, there are 100 pages. I'm just going to go Command Z to get rid of all those. Okay, so I could insert pages. I want 3 more. Okay, so these are, you might notice that each of these pages has this little A icon or A letter attached to it. What that is it's actually referring to this master. So I hope you guys have realized by now, and I think I've talked about it in other videos, that there is a difference in between your master and your actual pages. So these are your actual pages. So these are the ones that you like add design to. These are the ones that you work with. You know, we make the magazine ad or make the advertisements. Master pages function slightly differently. Now, master pages, when I click on the top area here in the pages window, I'm getting to my masters, and you'll notice that I can tell that is because now I suddenly only have 2-page spreads as opposed to those 4 pages. So that's where I have those are all my actual pages. Masters function differently than actual pages. This is where we put content that we want to repeat again and again and again, throughout a document where we have that master applied. For instance, so it's things that you want to happen over and over and over and over again. So for instance, if I had just a color bar at the top, I'm just going to zoom in a tiny bit, Control plus. So say I wanted like all of the pages with this A master applied to it. I want like just a color bar at the bottom. So now when I go back to my regular pages, you'll see that I have that blue bar associated, applied to every page that I have that is an A master page. That blue bar is now locked. It's unclickable. I can't access it. It is stagnant. I can't touch it. I can go back to my master though, and I can touch it. I can move it. And you'll see when I do that, it automatically updates within the actual pages. I change the color. There it is. Oh, pages window. So this is something that you would only use when you want to have something applied over and over and over again. When we do the magazine grid, we'll actually have a page number and an area on the bottom of the page called a folio, which has some like an article information. You know, when you're reading a book or a magazine, you'll notice that at the top of the page or the bottom or somewhere on the page, there's a page number and maybe the name of the magazine or the chapter. That's called a folio, and that's something that you would do in a master as opposed to doing it on every single page. Now, I think I've implied that InDesign obviously has lots of time-saving and automation devices, unlike other Adobe products. And the reason why is that, you know, imagine we're designing a book, a 1,000-page encyclopedia on art. And so we need to be really, really strict and very careful about how information gets applied to our pages, and we can't miss anything. So for instance, if you had to hand input or hand place all of the page numbers for a 1,000-page document, you know, maybe a chapter gets rearranged, maybe a page gets deleted. Now, if you had to put all those page numbers in by hand, you would mess it up. There would be a mistake. And so things like adding page numbers to the master pages allows us to automatically generate page numbers. And like I said, we'll do that in another exercise, but just so you know, everything in the master is applied to the pages that has that master applied to. I can make another master, create another master. I can have as many masters as I want. They become letters. And so say I want like just a big, so here, I'll do a page number. I'll show you what that looks like. So object, no, it's not object, it is type. Insert special character, no, where is it again? Sorry, I'm forgetting. Markers. Current page number. And I'm just going to make this massive so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so it's just a B because we're in B master. Now, if I add an actual B master to the actual pages, so I just drag these down, and now if I just keep adding B's, you'll see that it's automatically updating and adding that page number. So this is not, it's locked. I can't touch it. I can't click it. I can't modify it. I can only do that within the master. So say I want it to be on this side of the page now. Oops, on this one. You'll see that when I go back to my actual pages, now that page number is on that side of the page. So masters function differently than regular pages, and we're not going to use them so much in this exercise, but I want you to be aware of them. And for now, I want you just to leave them alone. I want you to never, ever in this exercise touch them. I'm just going to delete that, and that you'll see that when I did that, it automatically got rid of all, became blank masters. But I want you to be aware of them because in later exercises we will be using them. So we don't actually design anything in there unless there's something that we want to repeat over and over again. We always have our designs in those actual pages as opposed to the masters. So the next one, I just wanted to show you the masters, and then the next videos we're actually going to put some of that copy and the content now into the brochure.